So I'm doing this for some only. Yeah. If I take this on the left hand side, z minus y square minus 2x cube equals to z into z minus y square minus 2x cube is there. Next. Okay, so this is now all about the Lagrange's form, and then the Lagrange's auxiliary equation is the Lagrange's auxiliary equation is Lagrange's auxiliary equation is dx by x into z minus 2y square dy by y into z minus y square minus 2x cube equals to dz by z into z minus y square minus 2x cube. Okay, so now I have to see that which two ratio I will choose first, so that I could get the first solution. So it is very easy to see that dy by this and dz by this is there, and this cofactor are same. This two factor is exactly same in between these two ratio. So if I will take this two ratio, then this will be equals to this will be cancelled, and therefore dy by y equals to dz by z I will get. So taking second and third ratio, we get dy by y z minus y square minus 2x cube equals to dz by z into z minus y square minus 2x cube. Okay, so that implies dy by y equals to dz by z. So we are getting log c1 I will consider. So log y minus log z equals to c1, log c1. So that implies y equals to y by z equals to c1. So y by z equals to c1. Y by z equals to c1. Log y minus log z, I can write y by z equals to c1. Okay, so this is the first solution. Y by z equals to c1. This is the first solution, taking the second and third ratio. Taking the second and third ratio, we got this one, the first solution, that is y by z equals to c1. Done this one. I think this part all you have done already. Okay, so now if you do not forget that one, that whenever you have done this kind of sums in your previous semester, I think second semester you have done. Second semester only differential equation was there, and you have done over there this thing. So to solve this kind of Lagrange's form of partial differential equation, what few methods were there. In the few methods, one method there was there, that is the rule number 2, that whenever you are getting one variable can be expressed in terms of the another variable. As you can see here, y by z equals to c1 we got, and here I can easily use the value of y equals to z c1 anywhere in this ratio. Okay, for my solving, if the what I will say, if the solution the steps will be very much easier to do by using this y equals to zc1, then obviously I can use it. So y equals to zc1 anywhere I can use in this ratio to get the second solution. So now obviously I could not take the second and third ratio again, because already I have got the first solution after taking the second and third ratio. So except the second and third ratio, I can take first, second or first, third, anything. So now see, if I will take here first and third, acha, check the first and third at first. If I will take first and third, because in the first I can see, in the first ratio I can see x is present, so z minus y square and dt, and here dz by z is present, z minus y square minus 2x cube is there. Okay, so if I will put in the place of y zc1, it will be z square c1 square, z square c1 square, and here also it will be 2 z square c1 square, and z could be taken out, and here also no, here I could not able to keep it outside. Okay, let's see if I will consider first and third ratio, what it will be. Okay, so taking first and third ratio, we get dx by xz minus, first of all I am writing the ratio and then I will use that, dz by z minus y square minus 2x cube. Anyhow, if you take first and second and first and third, the thing will be exactly same. Why exactly same? Because as you can see here, dy by y is there and the rest of the factor is exactly same with the third, isn't it? Dy by y is there and rest of the factor which is multiplied with y exactly same with the third ratio. Here only the difference in the third ratio is that dz by z is present. So only the dy by y and dz by z is exactly same, like the same thing. Okay, only the difference in their variability and the rest of the factor which is multiplied with them exactly same. So if I will consider first and second and first and the third, the thing is exactly same. Anyhow, I have this two option only. Okay, I have this two option only, I can't take second and third. So first and second or first and third only, this two option is remaining. Okay, now using y equals to zc1 in the above expressions, dx by x z minus 2 z square c1 square equals to dz by z minus z square c1 square minus 2x cube. So one z I could take common here, so xz 1 minus 2 z c1 square dz, here I can't take common anything, so it will be exactly same whatever it was in the previous line. So z cancel, so dx by x 1 minus 2 z c1 square equals to dz by z minus z squared c1 square minus 2x cube. Okay, minus 2x cube. So this is the thing which we got in this line. Acha, now the only part, because I can't see that I could able to do something integration whenever it is like this, it will be kept like this way. So anyhow I have to multiply. Okay, so I am multiplying, cross multiply, after taking the cross multiplication, z dx minus z square c1 square dx minus 2x cube dx equals to x dz minus 2zx c1 square dz. Okay, write down. So if I take this one on the left hand side, acha, okay, acha, I am getting here z dx and here x dz, no? Okay, and here c1 squared z squared, c1 squared is here also one, and z is there. Okay, acha, taking all these things on the left hand side, all the terms I am keeping on the left hand side. It will be helpful for us to do the solution. Z dz equals to 0, zx c1 square this, and therefore after that what we could do, acha, okay, so z dx minus x dz, if I will divide it by, if I will divide it by x square, then it will be d of z by x, no? Okay, so keep it like this way only, this and this, minus this c1 square I am taking common, c1 square if I take common, minus c1 square now plus c1 square. Okay, so we are getting 2zx dz minus z square dx. Yeah, here also something can be possible, because you can see the derivative of z square is 2z dz is here and x derivative is dx is here, and in between them negative sign is present. What does it mean? If I could divide it by a z square, x square, if I could divide it by x square, then this will be d of z square by x. Okay, I am coming on to that point. So this and this done, and minus 2x cube dx. So ultimately see, dividing by x square we get z dx minus x dz by x square plus c1 square 2zx dz minus z square dx by x square minus 2x cube by x square dx equals to 0. See, so here what you are getting? You are getting d of z by x, simply because d of z by x, obviously then you are getting x square z dx minus x dz. Obviously d of z by x derivative, what is the derivative of this? Divide under, yes Jatin, minus of, yes, minus of, exactly, minus of, because the derivative of the numerator at first, then the denominator, no? So the numerator means z, their derivative is dz, so I have to take a negative common, and then, yeah, thank you. Okay, so plus c1, and this is the all about, it is done already here, because the derivative of the numerator is doing first, so z square is the numerator and x is the denominator. See, d of z square by x, so by x square, the derivative of z square is 2z, x is 2z dz, x is constant, minus the derivative of x, that is dx, z square is constant, minus 2x dx. So now you can do the integration very easily. So this is c1 square equals to, say, c2. So here only the part is remaining, d of integration of d z by x, here c1 square z square by x, and here 2x square by 2, so 2 to cancel, only x square. Okay, so so z by x minus z by x plus c1 square z square by x minus x square equals to c2 will be the second solution. Okay, this page is done. Hello, everybody? Okay, so now d of this is z square by x minus z by x, such a c1 square is there, and minus x square equals to c2. Now y equals to z c1 we have taken, by using this only we have got, so ultimately z equals to y by c1, so that value we have to put here, because you know z is the independent variable which is depend upon the independent variables x and y. So anyhow your solution should be in terms of x and y. If you will keep your answer in terms of z, your answer will be wrong. Okay, so after solving that, if you are getting in your solution any z, please see again the sum. Okay, if you have used any kind of solution, any kind of the first solution you are using in the second, so obviously you should get a z in terms of x and y. Okay, so here we have got the z is in terms of y by c1. So that value I will be putting now in this equation. So c1 square y square by c1 square x minus y by c1 x minus x square equals to c2. c1 square cancel, so y square by x minus y by c1 x square equals to c2. Okay, therefore the general solution is acha, that one is in terms of z. Okay, no, I have said wrong. Z can be there. Okay, but since here I have got the value of z in terms of x and y I have put, but the previous solution is in terms of z only. The previous solution is in terms of z only. Anyhow you have to write in terms of z, because that time c1 is coming y by z only. So y by z comma, so I'm writing another function which is arbitrary function f of phi and psi. You know that phi function is the first solution, that is y by z, and the second solution is represented by c2, and that is y square by x minus y by c1 z y by c1x minus x square, that is equals to 0, where f is the arbitrary function. F is the arbitrary function. Okay, so this is the this is all about this question. So I think now you have done few of these questions, so you can do. Acha, now I am directly going to the chart pit. Without wasting time, I am directly going to the chart pit. Now your job is to do the sums, whatever I will give you. So I am going to the chart pit. Few question I will be taking from the Rai Shinghania book. I'm not putting here. This one. Yeah. 3.11. 3.1. Okay, so but non-linear partial differential equations are used to solve by the Chapit's method, no? So write down one question. Find a complete integral y of yz p square minus q equals to 0. Find a complete integral of yz p square minus q equals to 0. So first the thing you need to take here, the function is f of x comma y comma z comma p comma q, that is my function yz p square minus q square. Okay. Now the Chapit's auxiliary equations are Chapit's auxiliary equations are, yeah, oh sorry, q, sorry, the Chapit's auxiliary equation are dp by, first of all, every time you will write the formula at first and then do that. Okay, then I think that will be what I will say. You will not forget any time this one. Fx plus p, every time if you write for every question, then obviously that every time you are treating that one, so you never forget that one. Fy plus q fz equals to dz by minus pfp minus q fq equals to dx by minus fp equals to dy by minus fq. So this is the Chapit's auxiliary equation. So the thing is, now I have to find out all the values, that fx, fy, fz, fp, fq. Fx is 0, as you can see, no term of x is here present in the function. Fy is zp square, z is y is here, so the derivative with respect to y partially is zp square only. Fz is yp square, then fp is 2yzp, fp is 2yzp, no? Next fq is minus 1. So I have got all the values, fx, fy, fz, fp, fq. I need to put all the values in the Chapit's auxiliary equation. Done? Done? Okay. So dp by fx0 plus p into fz is yp square equals to dq by fy, that is zp square, plus q into fz, that is yp square, equals to dz by minus p into fp, that is 2yzp, minus q into fq, that is minus 1, equals to dx by minus fp, 2yzp equals to dy by minus aq, that is minus minus a plus 1. Okay. So dp by yp cube dq by zp square plus yqp square. Acha, I wanted to know one thing, that the video I have given you yesterday, previous day, have you seen that video? That video which I have the recorded video, I am talking about that. That was understandable? Hello? Have you seen that video? Anyone? Huh? Not? Yes, what? You have not seen? Oh. So you should see, no? Otherwise, because that video I have captured in a different way. Today also I am doing in that way only. So please see the video, okay, and tell me. Though I have already taken the digital, I have ordered it in Amazon, the digital pad, writing pad, and I think today it will come, and from next classes I will take my classes in digital pad only, okay, because it's very hectic to take simultaneously taking the class and doing the video, and sometimes video is not coming properly so much. So, and I have to compress the video also every time. It's a lot of hectic work I have to do that time. Okay, so yz p square minus minus plus q equals to dx by minus 2 yz p equals to dy by 1. So in this way I got the ratios, all the ratios. So now what is my target? You every time keep it in your mind that your target is to find out the values of key p and q, because your solution, the solution which you have to find out for this should be in this form: dz equals to p dx plus q dy. Okay, anyhow you have to find out the values of p and q from here, and in that complete integral could we find out from that equation dz equals to p dx plus q dy. I think all of you know, and then after that you need to do the integration and we will get the complete integral. So this is the task. So to do that task, obviously I have to find out the values of p and q from here. So first, now you think which ratio I will consider first. Here I can see zp square yq p square I can take common, so it will be z plus yq. Here no need, I couldn't able to take common anything, so this will not give me anything. So 1 2 3 4 5, this and this if I do, then I could able to get one solution. So taking first and fifth ratio, okay. If I take first and fifth ratio, dp by ypq equals to dy by 1 is there. So dp by p cube equals to dy y. So taking the integration plus say c1, or you can take c1 square for because here anyhow you will be getting something that here it will be minus 3 plus 1, so minus 2 in down, and it will be 1 by 2 p square equals to y square by 2. So here if you take this way, c1 square by 2, so 2 will be cancelled, okay. So you will be getting so y square minus 1 by p square plus c1 square equals to 0. So my target is to find out the value for p. So okay, so no need to write in this way, leave it. So 2 cancel, 1 by p square minus equals to y square plus c1 square. So p square equals to, we could do one thing. If I am considering here in front of this c1 square a negative, because constant can be taken any form, okay. Here just like that, here I have considered c1 square by 2 for simplifying it very easily. In that way, if I could take a negative here, so my formulation will be little bit easier. Y square whole to the power, just a second, 1 by this, and then p square equals to 1 by c1 square minus y square, and then p will be 1 by root over c1 square minus y square. So no negative is coming, so for that if I will take a minus c1 square here and a minus c1 square by 2 here, so you can see that in the before whenever we have taken plus, then in front of this whole thing one negative sign is coming, and then p squared, for finding out the value p we need to do the square root, and inside the square root the negative sign is coming. So to avoid that thing, we have taken minus c1 squared by 2, so that ultimately we could get this kind of very easier form of what I will say, one representation of p. Yeah, okay. Up or down? This one? Acha. Okay. So these all things you have to keep it in your mind, that how you will be getting a easier expression for p. Okay, because constant you can take in any format. So just try to take a very easier form of a constant. Sometime log is coming, so for that you could take log c1. Here we have taken minus c1 square by 2. So this is all about your consideration. Okay, so to just to make the solution in with what I will say, very easier form. Okay, so that we can do the integration very easy way. So that is the main purpose, to write this minus c1 square by 2. Okay, done. Okay, so this one we got p square equals to 1 by root over c1 square minus 1. So keep it like that only. Even name, say 1, this one. And now we are looking for the q. No, now we have to look for the q. Now see, I have the equation yz p square minus q equals to 0. I have already got the value for p. So if I p and also p square I got. So if I could put the value of p square here, this is very easy to get the value for q. So putting the value of p in the given equation yz p square mane p square means 1 by c1 square minus y square, that is equals to q. So q equals to yz by c1 square minus y square. So this is the value of q. Therefore the complete integral will be of the form dz equals to p dx plus q dy. So dz will be dz only, p is 1 by root over c1 square minus y square dx, no? Yeah, and this q is yz by c1 square minus y square. Q is this one only, dy. Okay, acha. So now this what I can do here, I can divide, okay, root over c1 square minus y square. If I multiply by that both side, multiplying by root over c1 square minus y square, both side we get what we get, c1 square root over c1 square minus y square dz equals to dx plus yz and root over c1 square. So under that, one c1 square minus y square will be there, dy. Acha. Okay, so now this term, if I will take here, so root over c1 square minus y square dz minus yz by equals to dx. So acha, this is very easy to see that. See, please listen carefully here in this step. Here, the derivative of this, the derivative of particularly this one. What is the derivative of this? Half, then what? Acha, whole to the power half. So if I will do the derivative with respect to y here, half c1 square minus y square, half minus 1 into minus 2y dy. We are getting or not this one? This is the derivative of money or the differential with respect to y. So here we are getting 2 to cancel. So ultimately minus y dy by root over c1 square minus y square. Just see, here we have got the same thing. Here we have got the same thing, because here the derivative of z dz is present, where this is constant, and in here the derivative of this is there, z is constant. Okay, so I could write this one in this form: d of z into root over of c1 square minus y square simply equals to dx. So now doing the integration both side, this is say c2. So therefore z root over c1 square minus y square minus x equals to minus x is minus x only, integration dx is there, so minus x equals to c2. So this is, if you wanted to write in a little bit simpler, you want to do more simplification, you can do, and then it will be c2 plus x whole square. So this is the solution. This is the required complete integral. This is the required complete integral of the partial differential equation, non-linear partial differential equation. Understood? So just like that, you have seen that sometimes the chart page is not coming very much easy to do. Okay, because we have done the previous sums which are very easier to solve, because sometimes you are getting Claret form and directly you are getting the values of p and q from there, which are constants, and putting the values in the equation you are getting the complete integral. But sometimes you have to choose. Now this is the also, I will not say this is very difficult to do. Sometimes it's very difficult to get the value for p and q. Okay, that time you will face lot of problem. Okay, that which what is coming at the time, that the dx by dy by this, they are coming so large, and you will be confused at the time that which ratio we will be taking that time, first, second, first, third, because you are having 5 number of ratios, and you have to, your target is to find out the value for p and q. Then there, whenever this denominators, sometime it's coming little bit larger, then you will be having some problem to reduce that. Okay, so done this one. What's our time? What is the time? Okay, I have one class, no? Yeah, another class I have. Yes. Okay, yeah. This much enough, nor or from the beginning only? Okay. Okay, so everybody done? Everybody completed? Writing done? Okay, we are having one more class after the break. Thank you. Bye.